Let's work our way top down, shall we? So on the daily chart. All right, longest overexpanded period is 150 as defined by the 3D wave PM. So we will define our Bollinger Band based on that value. Beautiful. So when this band here, we knew that price would need to travel to this moving average, which it did. And our defined 6,300 with our swing high being 9,300. So there is one precaution I would like to talk about. This upper limit is only going to remain true under the following condition. As long as this period remains yellow, and to be honest, we are getting very close to having potential energy across the board, across all periods. We'll take a notice that our longer periods on wave PM are indeed was down very quickly below the 0.7 value. So I would not expect this resistance here to last much longer than a few days. So we have defined trend. On the 1 hour chart, we do have a longest overexpanded period, and we can use that to define trend for the time being. Of course, it is going to see continued expansion. So at the current moment, it is a period of, we can use ACAT to define that for us on a more accurate scale. Okay. So a few things to look at here. Yeah, that is a failed mean reversion. That's very interesting. Or is it? Hold on. It is not. Okay. So some people in the Discord today are talking about Bitcoin's failed mean reversion. Let's talk about that. So woke up rich, so I celebrated with coffee. Beautiful. This reminds me of the failed 4-hour mean reversion back in January. Let's go. Beautiful. Bitcoin on failed bearish MR mode. Okay, not a failed mean reversion. Let's talk about why. So mean reversion condition is only named a mean reversion condition because it is a compressionary state of a distribution. Now, if you have a bell curve, okay, I'll just draw a bell curve. Beautiful. And you cross the pivot point for the compression of said bell curve, which is the 1.25 standard deviation, which we defined here. All right, once data points cross that value, the data set is going to compress. If you have a compressing data set, it is highly unlikely that all your data points are going to end up on one side of the distribution without ever touching the middle. All right. So a mean reversion condition is actually just a compressionary condition for a distribution. And the mean happens to be the middle of that. And it is very unlikely for, in a compressionary condition, for price not to make full use of the distribution. So we have our winning condition, or rather the completion condition for a mean reversion is the required period. In this case, it was the 120. It needs to revert below the 0.7 value on the wave PM, which means it turns green on this value. Okay. So, or on this date, excuse me. So on the 27th, trend resumption was still possible, or trend resumption became possible because it is no longer in a state of overexpansion, which means re-expansion can be done without the application of significant force. Lo and behold, once that compressionary condition finishes, we can get new expansion, which we are seeing now, and movement outside of the compressionary condition. So it's a clean chart. well, it looks like a failed mean inversion because it didn't hit the mean. It's not the case. It's just the definition of a mean inversion condition technically doesn't require a mean inversion, which is why we aren't filthy rich yet using this strategy. Because you can have a condition that is correct with around 95% accuracy, which is our mean inversion conditions, where we activate our mean inversion. And right, if we just look at this here, okay. I'd like to replay, please, from this location. Okay, fine. I'll just move the chart. Come on. Do it. All right, replay feature doesn't want to work today. Nice. So if we are right here, where we have an upward trend, right? And we activate our bearish mean inversion condition, say here, right? It implies a mean inversion target of 7,200. Who is texting me? 1 second. Ooh, I got a package. Hold on. I'll be 1 second. Okay. It says I have a delivered package, but the package is not outside my front door. So I need to go hunt this package down. I'm sorry. I need to cut the stream short today. That's it. I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk to you later. Ciao. I'll stream tomorrow to make up for it, but I kind of need this package. It's important. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.